huge crowd, well over 100,000.
The atmosphere is electric.
So they're just about set.
And they're racing.
Comes around the turn at the 500 metres.
2 or 3 lengths in front. The darling of the turf.
Look at those scenes.
What a win in a cup we'll never forget.
Quite an incredible moment.
Have a look at this, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome since 1855 to Victoria Derby Day at Flemington. It is absolutely sensational. Since that time, it's been the Blue Riband event. It is the ultimate day of racing in Australia, and the crowds are flocking to Flemington as they have been for so long. It's the fashion, it's the flowers, it's the superstars of the turf, the trainers, the entrepreneurial owners, and of course, the brave jockeys. It's going to be sensational today. So welcome to Nine's Wide World of Sports. And you get people everywhere. Look at this. This is the fattest jockey I've ever seen in my life. You must be riding the top weight, are you?
Definitely the top weight, Eddie.
Good on you, mate. Go get him, okay?
Have a good day.
Have a good day. This is what it's all about. Give me a crack with the whip to get going. Away we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Nine's Wide World of Sports. This is fabulous Flemington, and this is the Lexus Melbourne Cup Carnival.
In the heart of spring, a city comes alive, and the world turns its gaze to Flemington. For 4 glorious days of November, the headquarters of Australian racing transforms into a festival of sport, fashion, and entertainment. This is the epicenter of the racing world, and it truly is something special. It begins with Penfold's Victoria Derby Day, the black and white tradition, class, prestige, and premier racing.
Stand by for a start in the Derby, and they're racing.
The first chapter in a story of sporting greatness. And then a day that needs no introduction, the first Tuesday in November, the greatest prize in Australian racing, the Lexus Melbourne Cup.
The race that stops the nation.
A spectacle that captures the imagination of millions, where dreams are realised and history is written.
But a champion becomes a legend without a fight wins it.
Look at that. Look at the emotion.
Michelle Payne, simply outstanding.
If the cup is its heart, Oaks Day is Flemington's spirit.
Flemington is buzzing. Look at the crowd.
Elegance meets excitement in a day of passion, glamour, fashion, and fillies. On Saturday, one final flourish. Champion Stakes Day, Australian racing at its very best.
Have a look at those scenes.
With the season in full bloom, it's time for the most anticipated racing carnival in the world. A celebration of life, capturing hearts of a nation. The Melbourne Cup Carnival, live and free on Nine's Wide World of Sports.
9 accumulated Derby Day winners, and there he is doing his best work before the first race, walking the track. You can see on the screen there he's got big rides in each of the 3 Group 1 races.
And he will feature in the first of the day. It is the Channel 9 Carbine Club Stakes, and one of his mounts for Chris Waller, who loves this opening race to the day race.
Set to go for the first 1,600 metres, the first of 37 for the week, and Derby Day is underway. And King of Enterprise began fairly, and Aliana's drifting back towards the end. Acton on Verba, as expected, broke well, and led by a length and a quarter, another Profit, and there's Feroce on the outside. About a length and a half away in the field, then is Canara, King of Enterprise. Stylish Secret getting back to second last, and Aliana is last of all. At Chiquita Lodge, 1,200 to run, and the front runner Acton on Verba, as it likes, by about a length and 3/4, and if anything extends that margin now to about 2 1/4. Second is Feroce, a couple of lengths away Canara, outside of another Profit at the 1,000 metres. 2 1/4 King of Enterprise, and then came Stylish Secret, and last of all is Aliana. So as they reach the 800 marker, and it's Acton on Verba by 2 lengths Feroce, and they were followed by Canara, another Profit, tucked away, having an economical run. A couple of lengths King of Enterprise, Stylish Secret, and Aliana has to to pass them all. Around the home corner in the Carbine Club, 600 metres to run. Acton on Verba being cuddled in front by a length and a half to Feroce, yet to be called upon. Then came Canara the outside from another Prophet trying to get away from the rails. Stylish Secret still 3 off the leaders, running on fairly well. And Aliana right down the centre of the course. It's Feroce going to the lead. 300 metres to go from another Prophet trying to wear it down. And here comes Aliana from last, right down the centre of the track at the 150. Aliana took over, kicked away 2 or 3 lengths in front, and it's all over Aliana, and it's a big start for J-Mac. Aliana 3 lengths, another Prophet, Feroce, Stylish Secret, King of Enterprise. Then came Canara, and at the tail of the field was Acton on Verba after leading.
Well, J-Mac, Aliana, that's the way to start Cup Week.
Brilliant performance, and she's a promising filly. She executed well, and she come with a well-timed run, and it was too good.
You had to bide your time.
Yeah, well, the gate dictated that. She actually sprung the lids beautifully, so she could have easily taken up a more prominent position, but selected to take it back, and she chimed in, and way too good.
It's a big sweeping turn here at Flemington. This is the first time she's gone this way around.
Yep.
She brought that Sydney form, but...
Yeah, but she's done plenty of work at home. We've galloped her. She gallops really well. Most pleasing part, she handled the good 4, so she just doesn't need soft ground.
Hopefully it's the first of many.
Yes, come on.
Giddy
Fire
up.
up, son.
Giddy up. Over to you, Tony.
Well, they don't call him a master trainer for nothing, Chris Waller. It's been such a roller coaster carnival, but you've started this one on a high.
Yeah, it's always good to get off the mark. We've hit a boundary our first ball. Yeah, because it's a great week. And as a coach of horses, you just need a little bit of confidence. So does James, the jockey, and it allows everything to flow. So yeah, she's a talented filly, and she won well in Sydney last start, and she's brought that Sydney form to Melbourne.
Group 1 beckons now, possibly?
Yeah, it will. Caulfield Guineas in 2 weeks' time. So yeah, 1,000 Guineas, sorry, which is, as you said, a Group 1 race for her own sex. Today she's beaten the boys, so she'll go back against the girls for a next start. And yeah, it's all part of a process to try and get a horse up in the grade each time they race, and she's made that right step forward today.
Well, you and J-Mac have got some beauties on the books today, so I suspect we'll be talking to you again.
I hope so, and well done for Channel 9. I've had a bit to do with them through the week, and it's been a very professional setup, great start, and yeah, we welcome you to race.
Terrific. There's our win for the day. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
In the Tap Vanity, just around the corner, over 1,400 metres for this Group 3 race. And it is the second of 9 on the card as Flemington, and this crowd builds throughout Penfold's Victoria Derby Day. And it's one of those races, Francesca, where we've got some of the biggest names in the game from the Freedmans, so Gay Waterhouse, Cummings, all giving each other the side eye.
Yeah, they're families that we've come to know and love really well in Australian racing, aren't they? But it's interesting how they've evolved. So Gay Waterhouse now in training partnership with Adrian Bott. Cummings is, well, we've got James with a runner in our next race. He trains predominantly for Godolphin. Anthony Cummings got a big runner in the Derby later on, and yeah, the Freedmans, fathers and sons combining.
Really competitive race this. I think Tab opened up $8 the field for their unsponsored race, and there's been a few firmers, so really competitive racing this one.
They're ready. Gates are back and they're racing. Good sort away, fairly dragged back to the end. Two Down Lizzie broke well with out deeper on the course, Corianagi. Also Dominetta kicking up, and I Am Velvet Matisse behind those horses, followed by the Bolter Fluent, who's midfield on the rails. Next in the field out deeper is Lovely Cut, and then came Zaitung, More Territories, Good Sort, Gigi's Mistruth getting back, and Benagil is last. 1,000 metres to go. Two Down Lizzie in front of Corianagi, and there's I Am Velvet forced wide and is going to whip up around the outside and wants the lead and will find it. Then came Dominetta fourth on the rails from Lovely Cut as a result, getting one off the fence, and they're 2 lengths in front of Fluent. Next in the field approaching the corner is Matisse, More Territory, Zaitung. Good Sorts bailed away on the fence. Gigi's Mistruth as well back, and Benagil at the end. So I Am Velvet looked for a breather, came around the corner of the 500 metres by about a length and a quarter. Corianagi, Two Down Lizzie. They were followed by between horses Dominetta and Lovely Cut the outside. Matisse is starting to slide into it, and Good Sort still bailed away on the fence. It's I Am Velvet at the 250. Matisse is challenging strongly though. Matisse goes to the lead from Lovely Cut, who's kicking, and then came Zaitung down the centre. Matisse 100 to go. Zaitung is wearing her down though. Zaitung stopped up, and Zaitung will win it. Zaitung first from a photo. Matisse dominated, then another photo. Lovely Cut and Benagil. Next in the field, GG's Miss Truth, More Territories, Good Sort, Tudan, Lizzie, I Am Velvet, Fluent, and a long last Koriyanagi.
She's such a brave horse, she deserved that one.
Yeah, she's been really going well this preparation, and great to see that even though she stepped slow and was a little further back than Mark Zara would have loved, she's run on well from back before, and she was able to storm her way into the clear, run on resolutely down the outside, and Group 2 win to her page is enormous. But now we're only a few weeks away from the 1,000 guineas. We'd have to give that good consideration with this beautiful filly.
Yeah, well, a butterfly's just landed on the microphone. I don't know whether that's good luck or not, but let's say it is, and hopefully whatever option you choose down the track, it pays off.
Well, look, if you're looking for omens, we'll take that one. But that's a great start for our team, Melbourne Cup week, and really, she's by exceeding excel. We held her back from stepping up to 7 furlongs for quite a while. We stepped up last time. She had the wide draw, and she settled wide throughout. But she was very game there and met the winner 2.5 kilos better today. So Mark Zara took over. He's one of Melbourne's leading jockeys, and he did a beautiful job. But proud of her effort and proud of the team who've kicked off the week well.
Terrific stuff, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
Right, thank you. Over to you, Billy.
Yeah, I'm with Mark Zara. Mark, she hasn't had much luck of late, but you gave her a peach of a ride there.
Yeah, look, I didn't begin the best, but I sort of ended up in a nice spot following Matisse, and it all just worked out perfectly. When Matisse kicked, I wasn't sure whether I could sort of be able to run her down, but she was very strong, my filly. It was a good effort to run over late.
With this breeze here at Flemington, do you need a bit of cover around that sweeping bend?
Yeah, look, ideally so, with how strong it is, especially on a solid tempo. If you can be tucked in with cover, it looks like you're getting a bit more of a chance.
Looking forward to the Coolmore. You're on the favourite, Growing Empire.
Yeah, absolutely. Horse is going great. I've ridden him early this week, so I expect him to be pretty hard to beat.
All right, good luck.
Cheers, Bill. Thanks, mate.
All right, of course, it is the GH Mum Rising Fast Stakes. Let's have a look over 1,200 metres. Group 3 race, Star Patrol leads the list of the runners here today, Grace.
Yeah, and this race down the famous Flemington Straight, so that's the first time we're seeing the straight course in action for the Melbourne Cup Carnival. It's at Group 3 level, so we've got some nice sprinting stakes horses here. Pretty even field, although I know Gator is keen, in particular, on one horse, no spoilers.
They are ready. Set now, and they're racing, and Star Patrol from the centre jumped away well. Not as fast as Marble 9 or Spacewalk on the outside. They share the front from Star Patrol and Jungle Jim and Who Dares, followed by Press Down Johnny Rocker. Next in the field is Charmstone and Ray Magnerio to its outside, followed by Mahaba. It's Our Time as well back, and at the tail of the field is Crosshaven. So with 800 metres to go, and the front runner is Jungle Jim with Star Patrol. They're a length and a quarter in front of Press Down, Who Dares, and also the outside Marble 9. Further back is Schwartz, Mahaba, Spacewalk and Ray Magnerio. Then came Johnny Rocker, well back Charmstone, It's Our Time, and also Crosshaven. 450 metres to go, and it is Star Patrol cuddled in front and kicked away about a length and a half in front of Spacewalk, and they were followed by Schwartz trying to come into it. Then Mahaba and Ray Magnerio is bullocking into the clear. 200 metres to go. Mahaba goes to the front. Ray Magnerio and Charmstone trying to get Mahaba at the 100. Mahaba a half, Ray Magnerio, Charmstone. Mahaba still in front of Ray Magnerio. They go down towards the line. Mahaba beat Ray Magnerio, Charmstone, then Crosshaven. Further back was Johnny Rocker. It's Our Time, Who Dares and Schwartz. Then Marble 9, Spacewalk, and behind those Press Down and Star Patrol, and last Jungle Jim.
Yeah, we've got a very happy trainer here in Graham Begg, just being congratulated by all and sundry. I was standing next to you during that race. I reckon you knew about a foot out.
Well, he's a very tough horse and he races very well up the straight. He's come back very good this time round. He ran third first up in a Group 2 weight for age, and he's more of a handicapped style of horse, but he's going particularly well, and he's a very honest horse, and he's got a great record.
And when you look at the recent record, he was owed this one, wasn't he?
Oh, absolutely. And, he puts in every time he goes to the races, and Gary Towsell and Maz up there in Wagga, they'll be over the moon.
It'd be a big night in Wagga tonight, as it normally is, I must say. And the options are aplenty, really.
Yeah, well, there's options. He's entered for Perth, the winner bottom over there, and also they've got that slot race at Cranbourne, which is, you know, certainly it's on the radar. So, look, we'll take one thing at a time.
All right, well, one thing at a time. Next up, Belly Slater.
Thanks, TJ. I'm with Geordie Childs, the winning jockey. You come down the centre of the track. Is that the place to be down the straight?
Look, I think the track's in really good order and it feels nice and even. Obviously, we drew low on the straight, so my hand was sort of forced, had to go to the inside a little bit, but I think it's racing even and it doesn't really matter where you are.
You hit the front nice and early. If you're going to hold on, he's tough.
He is. I sort of built through my gears and I was probably making the same run as the second horse, and he was in front for a long way, but he managed to hold on, so great result for the team and great result with this horse too.
No, well done, Geordie. You got a winner on Derby Day.
That's it. Hopefully get another one or two.
Okay, more on Another Will very soon. But Gator, while you're on a roll, the start list for the Damien Oliver over 1,400 metres.
Yeah, look, I've got it as a bit of a match race between the stablemates, Another Will and Jimmy Star. Some emotion with me, Team Another Will, but look, Jimmy Star's a very good horse and he's flying his prep, and Another Will comes off an inverted commas fail. So I can see why the market's gravitated to Jimmy Star. Nicolini Vito down the page. He likes Flemington. I think to race things out pretty quickly after that.
They're ready. Few no's. Starter happy now, gates crash and they're away. Another Will jumped very well from the inside draw and Stapati began quickly. Also the Astrologist Not an Option and Tamerlane show speed. Another Will back to fifth from Mighty Ulysses Jimmy Star. Then Age of Kings Ripcord, well back Laws of Indices and Nicolini Vito. So the field run by the 1100 metres where the Astrologist took it up cleanly by about 2.5 lengths to Not an Option Stapati, a length and a quarter. Another Will Tamerlane. Two further back in the field, Age of Kings, and then Mighty Ulysses, a gap Jimmy Star, Ripcord, Laws of Indices, and up the tail Nicolini Vito at the 800 metres. So the leader, the Astrologist, by 3/4 of a length, tries to get a bit of a breather before the corner from Not an Option, and then came Stapati, who's had a nice trail. Another Will fourth the inside from Tamerlane, over a length away Mighty Ulysses, Age of Kings. Then came Jimmy Star with 9 lengths to pick up, Ripcord well back, Nicolini Vito and Laws of Indices. So the Astrologist at the 400 metres with Not an Option. Here's Stapati letting loose on the outside. Another Will needs a run behind them. Then Tamerlane, Age of Kings and Jimmy Star wide out. Stapati went to the front of the 250. From Tamerlane back to the inside. Another Will and Jimmy Star late. Another Will darts back on the inside of the 100. Jimmy Star's flashing, but Another Will's clear. A win that means so much. Another Will by a length and a quarter. Jimmy Star second from Stapati, followed by Tamerlane, and behind them Nicolini Vito. Then Age of Kings, Mighty Ulysses, Ripcord, the Astrologist, Laws of Indices, and at the tail, Not an Option.
Absolutely. Well, if you thought the emotion was pretty evident on Jamie's face, Kieran, everything went according to script.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it's very...
It's obviously an emotional one because of the passing of Colin, and we spoke earlier about he'd be up there looking down on you, and I can tell just how much he meant to you.
Yeah, no, he's a legend, good mate, and you know, I thought the horse would bounce back today, and a lot of his family, Janice, will be watching on from Woolsthorpe, and yeah, very proud. Yeah, he's just such a great mentor, mate. Everything you could want, and yeah.
You'd be proud of you, mate. All right, you go and enjoy that win. Good on you, Kieran Maher. Thank you very much for that. And as we said, Jamie Carr, also an emotional moment for her. Billy Slater.
Yeah, Jamie, obviously a win on Derby Day is fantastic, but I just get the feeling that winning in these colours makes it a little bit more special today.
It means everything to the team, to Kieran, to Janice. Janice, I spoke to her this morning. She's tougher than me. She told me to, don't be a sook, you're right, be tough. Oh, God, what an amazing people they have around Janice at the moment. Like, she's just, it'd be extremely hard for her, but she's just so tough and she's coping so well. Today, I just wanted to make Cole proud, and thank God we got the win in the end, and it was a few tight gaps we had to get through, and he honestly didn't feel like he was travelling that well on the turn, and when we took the first gap, something picked us up and carried us over the line, because he felt like he was probably struggling a little bit. And God, his turn of foot in the last 200 metres then was just unreal. This is for you, Cole, who'll be watching, and hopefully one day I can be doing this in a Group 1 for him.
Well, you jumped so well and you had him in a perfect spot. And then you found some trouble on the home turn. You may have just had a little bit of help to find some room.
I definitely think we had some help then. Everything opened up, and it doesn't normally, but Cole, if you can keep helping me out for the rest of the day, that'd be fantastic.
I'm sure he will. And go and enjoy it with the connections.
Thank you.
All right, in between then and now, though, a few races to put our attention towards, and that includes race number 5 here on Penfold's Victoria Derby Day, the Hong Kong Jockey Club Whirlpool Wakeful Stakes. Francesca's heading the yard to cast her eye over a few of these fancies, but what do you make of this field that we've got in front of us today, Grace?
I think it's
Stand by. The Wakeful. Gates are back and they're racing. Inevitable Truth towards the outside. Jumped well with Killcare Beach Girl over towards the rails from Rapid Chevelle, Jenny's Meadow. And out deeper on the course, She Nailed It. And they were followed by Treasure the Moment, who got up to 5th. A length and a half away, Powers of Opal. Then came Inevitable Truth, who sits on the outside of All Kinds of Folk. A length and a half, Talisay and Chocolates. Then our Paramore, and last of all is In Her Eyes as they reach the 1,500 metres. Killcare Beach Girl, the leader. An uncontested lead from She Nailed It, then Jenny's Meadow third, one off the fence. Rapid Chevelle is fourth, the rails, a length and a quarter, Treasure the Moment, and they're 2 lengths, Powers of Opal, followed by All Kinds of Folk and Inevitable Truth. A length and a quarter away, Talisay and Chocolates, 2 lengths, our Paramore, and last is In Her Eyes at Chiquita Lodge at the 1,200 metres. The leader is Killcare Beach Girl, led at an even speed by 3/4 of a length, She Nailed It. A length and a half, Jenny's Meadow, then Rapid Chevelle, a length and a quarter, Treasure the Moment, a length and a half, Powers of Opal. Then came along the inside All Kinds of Folk at the 1,000. Next, Inevitable Truth, a length, Chocolates, 3/4 Talisay, 2 lengths our Paramore, and last is In Her Eyes. Killcare Beach Girl, 800 metres to go. Getting quite a good run in front under Tim Clark from She Nailed It. Jenny's Meadow was third, the outside of Rapid Chevelle. Then came Treasure the Moment as Jenny's Meadow left the running line there and pulled 3 wide. Treasure the Moment has her back. All Kinds of Folk making up some ground on the inside. Powers of Opal's going to be one of the widest horses in the check jacket, then Inevitable Truth, and behind those horses is Talisay. So they reach the 350. Killcare Beach Girl with Jenny's Meadow 2 lengths off her. Treasure the Moment's running on hard, and Powers of Opal the outside. Treasure the Moment takes up and took the front. Goes about a length and a half clear of Powers of Opal. Killcare Beach Girl is wagging on. 100 to go. Treasure the Moment extends. 2 lengths, Powers of Opal, and has it won. Treasure the Moment lapping up 2,000 metres. A very good win. Treasure the Moment from Powers of Opal. 4 lengths, Killcare Beach Girl. Then Inevitable Truth, and behind them Rapid Chevelle. Next in the field was Talisay, Jenny's Meadow, All Kinds of Folk, our Paramore, Chocolates, and then came She Nailed It and In Her Eyes.
Well, Matt, this is one moment to treasure, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we were pretty confident with this horse. Her work last weekend was fantastic, and look, she's obviously strung a nice record together leading into this, but on a big track, you know, pretty confident.
Might see her back here in the Oaks on Thursday.
If she's sound, then we'll be here.
All right, terrific stuff. Billy, over to you.
Frosty, Treasure the Moment. What a moment.
Yeah, she was great. Had a lovely run. You know, the pace was moderate, so she just out-sprinted them. Yeah, she was really good.
When Jenny's Meadow went off the back of the one she was following, you just followed her into the race and she brought you nicely.
Yeah, just got a perfect toe in and she was too quick for them, mate.
Plenty have done the Wakeful Oaks back-to-back. Can she do it?
Yeah, on how she went today, I think she can. So she ran right to the line, so hopefully that indicates she's going to run the trip. If we have quick ground, I think that's going to suit her. She really enjoyed that firm ground, so yeah, hopefully she comes through the run well and can go on the Thursday.
You've got Gatsby in the first feature. You rode him here last week in a jump out. He went nice.
Yeah, I was really happy with him. The addition of blinkers for the first time race day today. I trialled him in them last week and was really impressed. So I think he can run an improved race.
Oh, well done. Enjoy the moment.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's right, in such a short space of time as well. So it says a lot about his ability to get his athletes right on grand final day. Growing Empire is the #1 saddlecloth, of course, set weights race. There's Traffic Warden Switzerland. They're the main players. Certainly it doesn't end there, but a terrific race as it is each and every year.
All right, time to go through all our contenders out there in the mounting yard, where, as you would have just seen, there is plenty.
And the field is locked away, or getting a little bit edgy is Traffic Warden, an attendant going in with him in barrier number 3. Set to go racing. Switzerland broke away very, very well in the middle of the field with Traffic Warden, Lady of Camelot and Growing Empires right up there too. And speed shown by Yoshinobu over towards the flat side rail. Bodyguard is going to lead Traffic Warden, Lady of Camelot and Yoshinobu. Growing Empires up with the leaders in the middle of the track from Coleman Gatsby's. Then came Stolly Bolly, Switzerland behind those horses now after a fast start. Then Gallant Sun, First Settler, Bellatrix Star, Bitter Creek as well back with Enriched. So the front runner Bodyguard for Hugh Bowman and sprinted away about 4 lengths in front coming onto the course proper from Yoshinobu second, then Traffic Warden, Lady of Camelot, Stolly Bolly, then Growing Empire up the middle of the course, 4 off the front. Coleman next from Bellatrix Star, Switzerland, Gallant Sun, First Settler and Gatsby's is waited with. They got to the leader and now Lady of Camelot, Growing Empire go through with also Stolly Bolly and Switzerland right down the outside. At the 150, Switzerland sprints hard, takes the lead, draws a length in front, 2 lengths in front. This is going to be dominant. Switzerland a big winner by 2.5. Bellatrix Star. Photo third, Growing Empire or Lady of Camelot from Stolly Bolly. Then Gatsby's Coleman. Back behind them, Bitter Creek, First Settler, Traffic Warden, Gallant Sun, Yoshinobu, Enriched. And after going hard, Bodyguard knocked up to finish last in the Coolmore stud.
Yeah, I'm with J-Mac. Group 1 J-Mac.
That's what we do, Phil! Yeah!
You've won 3 of the last 4 Coolmores. You've just got a stranglehold on this race.
Well, mate, these horses, the 4 I've ridden have been absolute stars. Home Affairs, Springs to Mine and Secret was an absolute weapon. And this is one of the nicest colts I've sat on for a while, and he's been promising to do that. He started short in a slipper, and he's been targeted for this race. They missed the Everest because of this race.
Yep.
And to get the chocolates like he did, superb, outstanding.
Well, he was impressive last start in the Roman Consul, but you sprung the gates, but then they went so fast, you ended up midfield towards the back of the field.
Yeah, you're spot on. He come out so alertly. Mine was straight on the job, and like I say, I'm absolutely delighted for him, delighted for the connections, and they've got an absolutely star colt on their hands. He's one of the nicest I've sat on for a while.
Well, you've just added a 0 to his price tag. I'm sure
Probably 2.
I'm sure the team at Coolmore will be happy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. They'll be absolutely delighted. Obviously, they had a fantastic Breeders' Cup first day and with a couple of Group 1s, and I bet you they're all sitting around a restaurant or a pub over in America at Del Mar cheering this guy on, so they'll be thrilled.
Oh, well, a couple of Group 1s to go. Go and enjoy this one.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
Over to you, Tony.
Good on you. Thanks very much for that. Chris Waller, master trainer, joins us. We start the day talking about you belted one to the boundary to open the innings, and you've just chalked up a half-century of winners here over the Cup Carnival.
Yeah, it's a fantastic week, and yeah, so many great stories are made here, and yeah, I guess, yeah, it's just a privilege to be here, training these horses. I'm a little bit spoiled. He's a very well-bred colt. He's raced by some great racing enthusiasts that have supported me with a stallion fund, and it's important to win these types of races. A little bit different to the first race where we just had an unknown filly, but the colt's winning today, it really is a big deal on the big stage.
Yeah, that's right, and you know, the Coolmore factor, and also there's a Winks connection here.
Yeah, the Capitas, the Ingham family, there's so many great supporters of mine in this horse, and yeah, it's just an awesome win. It was really good. It was dominant. It was arrogant. James rode him perfectly, as we know James does, and he's part of history.
Nothing wrong with arrogance on a big day like this. That gets you over the line first. We've got a couple of Group 1s still to come.
Yeah, that's it. Their team's going well. We've got a great team behind me. I stand here on race day, but the team behind me is incredible, and I thank each and every one of them.
Good on you, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
then the Melbourne Cup. And, of course, an absolute treat to be here alongside Michelle Payne, Grayson Gator, as we have a look, Michelle, at our 16 runners that will be out there in just moments. Anyone in particular that has caught your eye in the lead-up?
There's a lot of different form lines to go through, but I'm with Red Aces. I think the barrier is the key factor with him. He comes into barrier 3 with the scratchings. He ran the distance out really well last week, but backing up I think is a positive. They must be really happy with him. He's a done deal. They stay extremely well. So I'm with him, but there's obviously a lot of other chances around him. King of Wall Street, Francesca's brother Matt trains him. He was good at Caulfield. Politely Done, he was really good behind Red Aces. He settled back in the field and was really strong. So
Sets. And they're racing. Keeneland away, fairly brushed into Autumn Heat shortly after the start. King of Thunder broke well with Saint Emilion, but they don't want to lead. Keeneland is out deeper on the course, with also pushing up Hot to Go and Oxford Blue out wider. King of Wall Street is starting to drive through between horses. They charge out of the straight. King of Thunder's holding its place on the rail for now. Hot to Go is going to cross and lead Oxford Blue. Keeneland's 3 wide improving. King of Thunder behind them with King of Wall Street, and then came Gold Rush Guru, who's 3 wide and posted. Saint Emilion on the outside of Peru at the 1900 metres. A length and a half to Scary, Red Aces, and then came China Sea. 3 further back in the field then is one off the fence there, El Costello, the favourite, but it's well back in the field from Politely Done, Autumn Heat, Tenbury Wells, and at the tail is West Indies. Heading towards the 1600 metres, Hot to Go led the Derby by a length and 3/4. Oxford Blue is second. Keeneland is third on the rails, and they're a length and a half in front. They were followed by Gold Rush Guru, who settled in a beautiful position. 4th, one off the fence as they reached the 1400. King of Thunder 5th the rails, a length King of Wall Street, a length and a half Peru, Saint Emilion. Then China Sea and Red Aces, who would spot the speed about 10. 2 further back is Scary, Politely Done. Then El Costello, Autumn Heat is next. West Indies as well back in the field, preceded by Tenbury Wells as they run past Chiquita Lodge with about 1100 metres to go. Hot to Go the leader by a length and a half to Oxford Blue. A length away is Keeneland third, and then came Gold Rush Guru. A length away in the field, King of Thunder. King of Wall Street, it's outside. 2 further back, Peru, and the speed has been even at the 850, and they get away as they come towards the home corner. Next in the field, Red Aces, who's just closing that gap a little, about 8 lengths off the lead now. Well back in the field then is China Sea, and then towards the back of the field, out very deep, El Costello with Autumn Heat trying to get involved. Politely Done shuffle back to third last, with also West Indies and Tenbury Wells into the running at the 500 metres, and Gold Rush Guru under a hold goes up to Hot to Go. Then came King of Wall Street, who's running on fairly well. Red Aces is coming through, still 4 off the lead. Gold Rush Guru went for home. 2 lengths King of Wall Street, followed by Scary right down the centre of the track. Gold Rush Guru at the 150. Scary is staying on, then China Sea. Gold Rush Guru for South Australia with 100 to go is pulling out. It's the stronger. It's going well, and Gold Rush Guru won the Derby. Scary second, a photo third between King of Wall Street and China Sea, and then El Costello. Next in the field, Red Aces and King of Thunder. Hot to Go was next, followed then in the field by Saint Emilion. Well back in the field, Keeneland, with also Politely Done with Tenbury Wells, West Indies, Peru, Autumn Heat, and one more. Last was Oxford Blue.
Yeah, you can imagine it's just mayhem down here at the moment. Andrew Glue is the man of the moment, and well, this is a win to share on so many fronts, isn't it?
It's yeah, I'm speechless, overwhelmed, proud, satisfied. Great moment.
I'll be celebrating in South Australia tonight.
Certainly, it's often talked about in our camp derbies, and you know, to come across the line today. Take the win, it's fantastic.
Always challenging getting them into the gates, but what were you thinking when Jamie Carr, was perilously close to being rubbed out for the rest of the meeting?
Yeah, I was a little bit concerned. She's taken a blow to the nose, and it's really troubling her even in that ride. It's probably broken, she said. It's a lot of courage there.
Exactly, and what a great career post-racing, whenever that might be now for this.
We'll see. Thanks, Tony.
All right, good on you, mate. Andrew Glue is there. Billy, you've got the lady of the moment.
What a day, Jamie Carr. The roller coaster of racing.
And hopefully it's not over yet.
That's one way to get over a broken nose, is win a Group 1.
Yeah, hurry though and just said, you know what fixes broken noses? Champagne. I have plenty waiting for you when you cross the line first, so I'll hold him to that.
It's your first ride on this guy. He just looked like he was going to keep going.
Yeah, I couldn't stop him. He wanted to do another lap. No, it's fantastic for Andrew, and Leon's here, and I used to ride so much for them back when I was a 4-kilo apprentice. So it's amazing to play the favour on Derby Day on the big stage for them. And this horse, he's looked impressive winning in Adelaide, but obviously you can't really judge the class that much. Today, though, God, he had a lap full of horse. We got there too soon, and he still finished off fantastic and could have gone another lap afterwards.
South Australian horse, South Australian jockey. Could you see this guy lining up in a Melbourne Cup?
I think he's got all the right attributes because he was very keen early, and then he just settled once he got cover and fell asleep, so 3200 wouldn't bother him, so I'd be pushing them to push forward to that next year.
Your first Derby, congratulations.
Thank you, it's fantastic.
Okay, so Amelia's Jewel for Michelle, and it's an important race in its own right. The Empire Rose over the mile for the fillies and mares, all mares this time around. A lot of these horses we might see reappearing next Saturday in the Champion Stakes. That's what Atishu did last year. She was second in this and came out and won the Champion Stakes on the last day. So a really smart field.
And the field is set. They are ready. Group 1 action, and they're racing, and Elsefina jumped away well with also Lady in Pink, Revolutionary Miss, and Grinzinger Bell is pushing forward as she loves to do. Kamachi next from Amelia's Jewel. Elsefina's going to snag back to midfield. Then Sox Nation at Tissue. Well back Lekvati, See You in Heaven, and towards the back of the field Zardozi and Orchestral. Grinzinger Bell still working around the outside to try and find the lead from Revolutionary Miss. Eventually Grinzinger Bell got there. Then Plenty of Ammo the outside of Kamachi. Further back is Lady in Pink on the outside. Then came Amelia's Jewel, 2 lengths to Sox Nation, and further back along the inside is Elsefina. Then came a Tissue, well back in the field Lekvati, See You in Heaven, Zardozi, and at the end of the field Orchestral. Coming down to the 800, Grinzinger Bell by 2 lengths in her natural pattern from Revolutionary Miss. Kamachi is third, and then came Plenty of Ammo, Every Chance. Amelia's Jewel fifth the rails, and then came Lady in Pink, Elsefina, Sox Nation, a Tissue well back with Lekvati, See You in Heaven, Zardozi and Orchestral. They run the corner, 500 to go. It's Grinzinger Bell shook up by 2, Revolutionary Miss, Kamachi. Further back is Amelia's Jewel on the outside. Elsefina is tracking up over on the rails, and behind those then was Lady in Pink and a Tissue very wide. Grinzinger Bell with Amelia's Jewel the outer. Elsefina back on the inside, and a Tissue is coming with a big run. Amelia's Jewel at the 100 metres, 3/4 a Tissue. Amelia's Jewel a neck a Tissue. Amelia's Jewel just in front of a Tissue diving. It's a head bobbing go. A Tissue wins from Amelia's Jewel, Sox Nation, and then a photo for fourth between Elsefina and Zardozi sliding through late. Wait for Tuesday. Then Lekvati behind them, Kamachi, Lady in Pink, Plenty of Ammo, Grinzinger Bell, See You in Heaven, Orchestral, and last Revolutionary Miss.
Okay. James McDonald, 2 Group 1s on Derby Day.
Derby Day, baby. How good. What a mare this mare is. She gave her all there. She was out on her feet with 100 to go. Good mare, they just find a way, don't they?
It was nearly a replica of last year, but she just had those gears this year, didn't she?
Oh, absolutely. It was. Her performance last year was like a winning one, man. I couldn't believe we run into an absolute champion and a great horse and Pride of Jenny. Her performance was outstanding, and she's replicated it again.
Yeah.
She loves Cup Week, this mare.
She was all dappled up in the mounting yard. She was really calm. Were you confident going around to the barriers?
I was. We've been confident all week. Chris, he's had a twinkle in his eye about this horse. I was riding to work Tuesday, and I walked into his office, or the stable office, and he goes, "A Tissue will be winning." I said, "That'll do me."
What about this crowd? I know you love a crowd.
I love a crowd, yeah. I love an atmosphere, and pretty lucky, eh? Well, you know it better than anyone, but the atmosphere to riding on these big days or competing on big days is second to none, so love it.
Oh, go and enjoy it, mate.
Thank you. Thanks,
Back to you, James.
On your Bill, on your J-Mac, we are witnessing history, and isn't it a joy to see a jockey enjoy it so much? And I tell you what, the trainer Chris Waller would have as well. He goes past TJ Smith now for the most Group 1 wins at a Melbourne Cup Carnival, of course. Bart's the pace setter and well and truly in fun. But a special moment for Chris Waller, who's with TJ.
Yeah, thanks very much for that, James. Well, you've just overtaken the great Tommy Smith in terms of Group 1 wins at these carnivals, and it's just an amazing effort and a testament to yourself and your team.
Yeah, great team, simple as that. And it's a special day, as we touched on before, and yeah, you pinch yourself some mornings, that's for sure, when you get up.
Got another stat for you. This is the 4th time you've trained 3 winners on Derby Day.
All I am is a team, simple as that. There's only one player that should be, well, Tishu's my front row forward. She's running it up for me, but our team just does a great job. They'll be there tomorrow morning, pampering them, looking after them, making sure they're ready to go in their next assignment. And they don't all win. We get a lot of winners, but we probably get more losers than everybody too. So, yeah, it's a great team effort, and we're very proud on days like today.
She loves this track, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does. The last few years she's been here and performed really well, including last year running second in the race, and then she's bounced out of it and won another race. But, yeah, she looked a picture of health coming into the race, and we had a bit of confidence to say that she was peaking for today.
Oh, good stuff, mate. Congratulations. And, well, let the good times roll.
That's right. Thank you very much.
For a last race winner here as well, as we have a look at the 1100 metres Furphy sprint, and what sort of pace can we expect, Grayson Gator?
Yeah, it'll be an interesting run. Big field of mares up the straight and some genuine speed runners. The likes of Facile, who has terrific early toe. A couple of the roughies, Scuderia and Wanda Rocks, have early speed. I wouldn't expect Pandalowi to be amongst it. She's been better ridden off speed of late, but Isthmus will be right there as well. So expect a good, strong speed.
Ready to run. Racing now. Dashing Legend jumped evenly. Isthmus out fast with Wanda Rocks and Scuderia. Also up there Ferrari, and they were followed next in the field by Facile as they huddle up the middle. Isthmus, Scuderia, followed by Ferrari deeper. Behind those then is a little deep with also Lem Picker. In that group of horses, Facile, Wanda Rocks wider. Then came Infancy, who's got the back of Facile. Kundalini's midfield over on the far side. Dashing Legend in the middle of the pack. They were followed by Wild Bell. Towards the back of the field, Cigar Flick. Sons Doot has 2 behind her. They are Kin and also Pondalawi. So they charge to the 450. It's Isthmus and Lem Picker with Kundalini coming into it. Then came Scuderia, the bolter, a little deep behind those, followed by Ferrari. Cigar Flick needs a run. Extremely Rowdy has run up behind them. 200 to go. It's Isthmus in front by 3/4 of a length. Kundalini, Dannison, Darcy, Extremely Rowdy. Isthmus pulling clear though with 50 metres to go. It's all Isthmus. She's very smart and fast. Isthmus won it from Kundalini. Photo for 3rd, Cigar Flick, Dannison, Darcy, followed by Infancy. Then Lem Picker a little deep. Extremely Rowdy, Ferrari. Next to finish, Kinwild Bell, and then came Scuderia, who was in it for a fair way. Wanda Rocks next, Dashing Legend, and Pondalawi towards the back half of the field.
Yeah, well, Sam, you saved the best till last.
Yeah, no, she was terrific. She copped a decent hip and shoulder last start and sort of sapped her confidence a bit, but Farriers and Betts have done a great job. She took a few days to get over it, and she's bounced back in great form.
Well, I guess that's where, you know, terrific training comes into it, because you've got to get her confidence back. How do you do that?
Yeah, you do. Look, you watch them closely for a few days and make sure that they've, you know, taken no ill harm from it, and she was very sound. But, you know, you could tell she was a little bit flat afterwards, and she obviously didn't finish off the race as well as we would have hoped. But I will say our Farrier Macca, he flies under the radar a little bit. She's not been the easiest to manage with her feet, and he's done a terrific job. And our vet, Tom Brennan, so big team effort. Paula, who looks after her, she gets quite emotional and looks after her very well. So big team effort.
Good on you, mate. Enjoy the night.
Cheers, thanks.
Thank you. Let's head over to Billy Slater.
Yeah, recover. Yeah, I'm just here with Blake Shin. Blake, you've run second 3 times today. You've finally got the victory. Nice way to wrap up Derby Day.
Yeah, 100%, Billy. It's been a good day. We've hit the crossbar quite a few times, but you know, this is the best of the best, and to win it on a really good note is wonderful.
She's a real athlete, this mare, so that was an impressive win.
100%. Look, she's possessed a lot of ability from day one. I rode her first start. She's always had a lot of ability. I take my hat off to Anthony and Sam Friedman. They've really, managed her education and planning of her career really well, and you know, to win a race on Derby Day is an indication of her ability, and I think she's got a lot more to come. So great to ride a winner in these calipers. Jonathan Munns, Rocket Douglas, they put a lot of money into the game, and to win a race on Derby Day, I'm sure they're going to get a big thrill.
I'm sure they are. Well done, and good luck for the rest of the carnival.
Thanks, Billy. Cheers.